So this Italian YouTuber, he messed up big time. Now his name's Matteo, and he has a YouTube channel with his friends, and they call themselves The Borderline. And these guys basically do a lot of challenges, like living in a cardboard box for 50 hours, spending 24 hours on a raft, and they got a pretty big following over in Italy. And one day, they decide they're gonna film themselves spending 50 consecutive hours in a car. And of course, that video blows up. So they decide to do it again, but this time in a Tesla. And that does really well, so they decide to do it a third time, but this time in a Lamborghini Urus. So these guys, they go out and rent this Urus, and they're having a great time in it. They're speeding around the city, they're taunting slower cars, here they are getting a little fast food. The challenge seems to be going well. Now Matteo, he's driving, and allegedly he wants to see how fast the Urus can go. But there's a car in front of them, and it's kinda going slow. So Matteo decides to overtake it and pass it. And the other YouTubers in the car, they're trying to film all this. Okay, while they're doing all that, let's talk about this other woman. Let's just call her Mama. So Mama picks up her 2 kids from kindergarten. The son is 5, the daughter's 3. And she buckles them in, and she drives away in her little smart car. And she's on the road for a bit, probably, listening to the radio or asking the kids what they did at school today. Meanwhile, Matteo and the Borderline are passing that slow car that was in front of them. And they pull into Mama's lane, and Mama's car and the Borderline's Urus collide, nearly head on. And this isn't like a small fender bender. This is a brutal crash. And Mama and the daughter survived. But unfortunately, the 5-year-old son did not. So Matteo goes to jail, and allegedly they find cannabis in his system. And he's on house arrest while being investigated for vehicular homicide. Also, the whole Borderline group posts a written apology video on YouTube. Sorry, it's in Italian, but they basically say it's morally impossible to continue on this path. And they're not gonna make any more online content. They're done. Then YouTube just straight up demonetized their entire channel. Also, this happened months ago in Rome, Italy, so shout out to Italy.